Hello everyone, some of you may know me as the main cosplayer in kati-cosplay, but I'm here to you today as a writer, an author. As you guys know, I wrote the Broken Realm series, and a few poems, stuff like that. So, today I'm here to tell you about, do like a little makeup tutorial, but with writing. So, each little makeup I do represents of something you need for writing a story. So, let's begin. Yeah, I'll try to be entertaining, but basically this is just stupidity. So, let's start out. So the first thing you need to write a story would be your support system, which I use as a Dr. Pepper, because this is something you just need. I got the off-brand though, but it's a support system to get you going. Yeah, basically I just wanted an excuse to drink Dr. Thunder in this video. So, score me. Alright, so for me, I start out because I'm not a true makeup artist, so I have no idea what I'm doing. But I start out with foundation, and foundation would be the plot of your story. So the plot of your story is basically what happens in the entire thing. So, what's your story based around? What's your character doing? Stuff like that. Like, for example, in Broken Realm, the plotline of the story is to save the realms from an evil, sorcerer god guy who wants to take over the entire realms and basically watch everything burn. So, there's a plot right there. So I have the main character who's trying to stop the villain from doing that. So, you just gotta get rid of all the red spots, which are the, plot holes, I guess. I'm totally bullcrapping this, and I don't use an actual, brush for anything, but yeah. As we do this, you see I just take it and I go around, and this represents the plot and writing the plot, because you have to make sure everything's covered and everything looks good, because trust me, the fans will notice if something is off. Like, if you miss something in your story, they'll notice. If you do something wrong, like leave a line on the side, people will notice. So the plot is very important, and you want to make sure you get it done right, because people notice. Especially when it also comes to the right color that matches your face, is like representation of the plot that matches your writing style. For example, me, I could never write a romance story because I suck at it. I really would. Because I'm very bad at fluff. They would end up dying. So I could write a tragic love story, but I can't just write a love story with any good parts in it, because I'm an angst writer. Therefore, I know what kind of plot is my color. With a shade of my writing skills, you catch my drift. So let me just put cap on that, finish up this. Boom. Woohoo. Your plot is covered, written down. You know what it is. And make sure you can put it on your neck. That's a makeup tip right there. Just because some people think, oh no, it's just on the face. So now we go on to the next thing that you have to do, which is powder. That's just a part of the foundation thing. But it's like covering the plot holes and making sure it looks all good. So basically editing your plot right here is what you're doing, and making it more calm, because sometimes people just do plotting all this shit because they just want stuff because they want it to be entertaining and exciting, and shiny. Like, some people just want it to be that big, but you don't want your plot to be shiny. You don't want it to be way out there. You want it to be calm, but make sense, but work with what you want to do. So But yeah, if you understand what I'm saying right now. So the next thing is one of the probably the most important, honestly, is the eyes. You know, so you have your eye shadow stuff, your mascara, and your eyeliner, which is your characters. This all represents your characters, and this is the characters are the most important to the story, I believe, than the story itself and the plot. Is because that's what people pay attention to the most, is the characters and their story and how they react to everything. Because the characters are the ones that they're gonna want to relate to. So, with the characters, you gotta make sure you get the right one that matches your plot and your, you know, if you don't do it right, then everything just doesn't seem right. There's certain characters, and I'll do that in another video that I'm planning on doing tonight. Explain what a good main character is. But yeah, you want to make sure you have a good main character that actually gets people to want to read it. Like, for example, no one wants to read The Catcher in the Rye because that guy is so annoying and has no business being a main character. Like, I hated reading that. It was so, like, it was just, ugh, torturous. And there's a reason, I was told as by my publisher, one of the big things that they look for and why they picked my story was because I had interesting characters, and that if they have characters they hate and characters that they like. But they told me that that's good to have characters they hate, but the characters must be interesting, whether you want people to hate them or not. So that's how it's supposed to be with the eyes, because people pay more attention to the eyes. So you just want to make it work. And I'm sorry if this looks bad, but I'm really bad at doing makeup in a camera, and I don't have a mirror, a portable mirror that is. Anyway, as you can see, like, what I've noticed in general is people look at the eyes more, which is why the eyes represent the characters, because honestly, when you think Percy Jackson, you think Percy Jackson. You don't think, oh, Heroes of Olympus, or that one story about that demigod who that fights monsters and tries to save the world from the lightning guy. You don't think of the plot of Percy Jackson when you try to describe it. You think Percy Jackson. And then if someone doesn't know what that is, then you describe the plot. But either way, that's what people usually look at. So, yeah, you just want to get all the good things about a character, and you want them to be entertaining and vibrant. Otherwise, people aren't going to like them. Besides the boring people in the world who need someone to relate to, which is what Catcher in the Rye is for. So you don't need to write it, it's already been written. So there's that. Plus, boring people tend to read biographies anyway, documentaries, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so you can see the eye is the most attractive feature. Now here's the next part. Obviously, is the eyebrows, which are the side characters. So the eyes are the main character, but the eyebrows are the side characters. And the side characters, you have to make them out there. You gotta make sure people notice them, you know? So for me, I used the wrong thing. But for me, I want to make side characters that people actually like. For example, Max Gray is probably my most popular side character that I've noticed. Him and Bridget Knight from Broken Realm. I made them not like normal side characters. That they are just there to help the main character or make life harder for the main character. They have their own agenda and their own personality and their own like life. And when you write side characters, you want to make them look like they are the like you want to make them seem like they are their own story. Like they're viewing this world that they're living in as if they're the main character. So basically, every character is a side character in a different universe, if you catch my drift. But yeah, the eyebrows really support and help bring out the main character. So the side characters help bring out the main character, if you catch it. And he basically makes the entire plot and novel story go right. It helps bring it to life. The next thing, hold on, is this is like, if you're about to write the story, like you got it published and stuff like that, is basically the title of it, which is the thing that draws people in, which is lip color. Okay? It draws the people in, because I'm not going to want to read something called That Kid Who's an Ex-God. Like, you gotta get a cool title that makes sense, that can give people an idea of what's already in the book, like a mini trailer with just a few words. And also this applies to the cover of your novel if you do get to that point where you have to make a cover. And some people do when it comes to like ebooks or putting it on things like Wattpad. So here I see, as you can see, it ties it all together, and it's like the lips draw people in, as well as the eyes. So you just got it all tied together. So yeah, now we move on to the hair, which is your motivation to actually write, because the hair is just the basic, yeah, it's just things that get you to actually want to do it. So there's some people who want to write, and I just got a message, who want to write, but they can't because they just don't have any motivation. A lot of people tend to call that writer's block. Sometimes people just call it being lazy, and then sometimes it's just not because you're not a true like writer. So you're just a hobbyist with it when it comes to writing. But it all depends on you. But your hair is your motivation. So if your hair is lacking, you're not gonna get out your manuscript. So you just want to, floof it up or whatever works for you. Find your hairstyle. For me, I have to floof it because I look lame with flat hair. I want to seem cool. I use my Darth Vader hairbrush, to just floof it up a bit because, yeah, you just want to have that fluffy hair if you're like me. And I want my motivation to be big because I want to get out my manuscripts in time to actually be able to get to my published date or get my novel published and get fans. Like, for me, when I go on Wattpad, I publish by chapter. And yeah, so you get it depends if who you are. I use hair gel or hair frizz ease kind of thing, which is like your fans, because they also help with hold your motivation, because they want, like your readers, they want you to publish, so they motivate you and they help create your motivation and make it good and make it work, and keep it motivated and big and floofy and ready to go. So yeah, there's your motivation right here. And now your perfect novel, a perfect story that people will love to explore. They will catch the eye on your lipstick, and then they'll look further and notice the eyes, and then they will notice the entire plot as they read the rest of it. So basically, remember, foundation is your plot, lipstick is your title, eyes is your characters, eyebrows your side characters, and I forgot everything else. Oh, hair is motivation. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and I hope I didn't make you cringe. That's a lie, I totally did. Stay tuned for more videos on writing tips. If you have any questions about writing or any videos you want me to go into details about stuff, let me know. I can talk about my novels or just, writing tips in general. So yes, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this stupidity wrapped up in a video. I'm just kidding. If it was stupid, why would I take my time on it? I'm just kidding. Okay, bye guys!